Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad Bod to God. Today we're going to be preparing something that can be used as a healthy snack or something that you can have for breakfast, a pre-workout meal. Also, this is something that is extremely good for your cardiovascular system, for your overall heart health, and we're going to be adding a secret ingredient that also helps to naturally reduce your blood pressure. And what I'm talking about today is traditional steel-cut oatmeal. Okay, now you want to make sure that you get this steel-cut, long-cook oatmeal. The quick oats, they don't work. They don't have the same enzymes and properties that the traditional steel-cut does. If you want to know all of the benefits from eating just steel-cut oatmeal every single day, look it up. I mean, there are literally thousands of studies on oatmeal, steel-cut oatmeal, and all of the health benefits that you can get from it. I get my steel-cut oatmeal at Lidl. This is, well, at the time of filming this, it was around $3 to $4 per container. That's really inexpensive. If you go to a traditional grocery store, it's going to be about double that. But I usually buy, about 10 of these at a time. I mean, you never know. I mean, it lasts for a really long time before it goes bad, so why not stock up? Now, when cooking the oatmeal, you just simply follow the directions on the back of the container. It's basically 1 cup of water for 1/4 cup of dry oatmeal. I usually like to make 4 to 5 servings actually at a time, and then I put that in small containers and then have that with some blueberries and a little bit of Splenda when I'm ready to eat it. Now, I've got my water here. It's coming to a boil. Some things I like to add is I like to add pure sea salt. Okay, I don't use the anodized stuff. I use pure sea salt, and I'm going to put probably maybe a little over a teaspoon here in the water. Also, to get the full benefit out of oatmeal, you need to have a little bit of fat along with the oatmeal. It helps your body to absorb the nutrients. So for that, I'm going to add some Land O'Lakes light butter with canola oil. And I'm going to put probably 2 tablespoons of that. Again, I'm making 4 servings, so that's not going to be too much fat per serving. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to bring this to a rolling boil, and then we'll add our oatmeal. Okay, my water is at a rolling boil, so now I'm going to slowly pour in the oatmeal, and I'm going to reduce the heat at the same time. If you don't do this, it's going to foam up and bubble up all over your stove. So we're going to put the oatmeal in there. We're going to stir it up. And then what you want to do is you want to put this on around, well, I'm on gas, so you're going to put this on low, and you're going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes. Now, I talked about a secret ingredient that's going to help you to naturally lower your blood pressure. And what that is hibiscus tea. Okay, the petals of the hibiscus flower are excellent for lowering your blood pressure naturally. This is obviously tea, but I'm a grown-ass American man. I don't drink tea. I drink coffee like men should. So what I'm going to do instead of making this as a tea is once this oatmeal starts to thicken, I'm going to take 2 of these tea bags, and I'm actually going to cut them open. And I'm going to just put the hibiscus petals right directly into the oatmeal. It adds very little flavor. There's maybe a slight floral taste to the oatmeal, but by the time I put my blueberries in and a little bit of Splenda, you don't even notice it, but you get the benefits of the naturally lowering your blood pressure. So we're going to let this simmer just for a little bit, and we'll come back and take a look at it when we add the hibiscus petals. Okay, so here we are. This has been simmering for about 20 minutes, and you can see start stirring it around. It's starting to thicken up a little bit. This still is not finished, but it's at the point to where I'm going to go ahead and put in the hibiscus tea petals. So we're just going to dump those right in there. And of course, these cook and soften up. So again, you can't even. There doesn't add any texture and adds very little flavor. The only thing that's going to turn your oatmeal into give it a little bit of a pink color. But as men, I mean, there's lots of pink things that we like to eat, so I'm no exception. Like sashimi tuna, for example. Okay, we're just going to stir this up, and then we're going to let this simmer for about another 10 minutes, and we're going to come back to it. Okay, it's been about another 5 minutes, and we're going to stir this. Actually, you want to stir this every couple of minutes to keep it from sticking to the bottom of the pan. So, when you're cooking this, you can't just walk off and leave it. You really need to stir it. Now, once it gets to about the consistency that you see here, this is pretty much done. But what you need to do now is completely cut off the heat. And then we're going to let this sit for about 30 minutes. It'll continue to cook. It'll get a little bit thicker, and then we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so we've let this oatmeal set for about 30 minutes, okay? So as you can see, we have a really nice consistency here. This is about perfect. This is what you want your oatmeal to look like. And then what I'm going to do is I've got my Tupperware containers here. I'm going to transfer this over into the containers in 4 equal servings. I've got my food scale. Now, it's very important to have a food scale. It really makes it easy to get your portions proper. I normally put about 8.5 ounces of oatmeal in each container. Make sure you zero it out so you don't count the container. Now, as far as the blueberries that I add is concerned, I like the Wyman's wild blueberries. These are absolutely delicious, and you could get them in the frozen food section at Walmart. So almost everybody has a Walmart, so they're pretty easy to find. Now, I put these in right before I eat the oatmeal. Keep these in the freezer, and then just take one of these out of the refrigerator, add the blueberries, and just pop it in the microwave for about 1 minute and 45 seconds, and you get a nice hot thing of oatmeals with blueberry. I just add a couple packs of Splenda, and it's absolutely delicious. Now, when would you eat this? Okay, this actually is a perfect breakfast. All right, so if you're going to eat this for breakfast, I do recommend that you have a couple of hard-boiled eggs with it, because it gives you a nice lean protein source. So I would eat 1 egg with the yolk, and then I would eat the other egg white, and then just throw the other yolk away. You don't need both of those yolks. Too much fat. Also, pre-workout. So about an hour before you go and work out, if you have this oatmeal, it's going to give you lots of complex carbohydrates and plenty of energy to help you get through and have a really strong workout. But now, after your workout, this is not an evening meal. I'll talk more about this in an upcoming video as far as when you should and should not have carbohydrates, but certainly after your evening workout is over, that's the time, especially if you're trying to lose weight and lean out, that you're wanting to basically carb deplete, where you're going to have fibrous carbs and then lean protein. But anyway, if you like this recipe and the other videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be coming out with again more workout videos and more videos about how to eat healthy. Thank you for watching.